These ghosts, they move in the opposite direction that I'm pushing the control stick. And so I can control their movement, but they're still extremely annoying. And they get in my way. Especially since I have to eat the melon in the middle of them as well. Alright, play that one safe. Oh, that one was good. You can see why being invincible comes in handy. Hey, Mofat. And now for some high-quality box pushing. Usually when I push a box off a ledge, I do a little jump because it prevents the box from moving. Oops, I'm kind of messing it up. It moves it a few pixels less horizontally, and so it puts it closer to where I need it to be. Saves a few frames, usually. Right here when I ground pound it kind of sinks the enemy down and makes him really easy to pass. Otherwise, you pretty much have to take a hit on him. Alright, tricky jump here. Alright, got it. Normally you have to lick that red thing, but it's much faster to do that if you can do it. The next level is called Poochie and Nippy. You see a lot of Poochie, so that makes sense. But everyone's like, wait, who's Nippy? Is that like the name of the boss? It's not the name of the boss. I think they literally mean like Nippy as in cold, but in context it's it makes no sense at all.
It definitely sounds like it would be a Mario character. So there's no particular reason you choose the green Yoshi. It's probably just because it's the first one.
Yeah, but beyond him being the first one that's selected, you notice every time I select him, he like runs off the side of the screen. All of the Yoshis do that, but the green Yoshi is the fastest to run off the side of the screen as well. They all run off the right side of the screen, but any Yoshi that's farther to the right than green Yoshi, they decide to be a dumbass and run to the left first, and then like turn around and run to the right, and waste a bunch of time. I wish I could pick different colored Yoshis. Alright. That was a cool trick there where I ground pound to break that bubble because I'm super happy and that works. But it also tips the seesaw to put it within reach of my extra long tongue. These seagulls are really annoying in this level because they drop bombs at you. I don't know what that box is for, the one I just jumped over. It's just there. One movement-related technique that I do is every time I eat something, I always hit the B button right after I eat it, because when Yoshi's swallowing, as soon as he touches the ground, he can't move. Well, he can jump, but he can't run. And so I cancel the swallow animation as soon as I can with another tongue in order to prevent that. What is with all these? Okay.
Are they RNG?
Yeah, most of them are. Some of them aren't. Or what is it? I think actually the ones holding the bombs are not random. I think scrolled the camera a tiny bit more than I usually do, so they all like hit me at once. But here I take advantage of them in a pretty cool way. There we go. And now we fight the boss. This is the only boss that has a random pattern to him. The worst possible random pattern wastes 2 seconds, so it's not really severe. But we'll see what happens. If he flies away from me at the beginning, then it's a bad pattern, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, I missed an egg.
I literally looked away for a few seconds and the boss was dead.
Yeah, that's all the bosses in this game. Like, he's one of the... He takes probably slightly longer than the other bosses. Alright, what level's next? Oh, next is Jungle Hut. I completely rerouted this level yesterday because I came up with something better. So, we'll see how it goes. This is another open world level where you can go wherever you want. In this level, there are six huts you can go in, and they each have 5 melons. So, this is the first and easiest hut. It just has these little spiny dudes that are quite easy to dodge. And with some good tongue jumping, you can just avoid most of the platforming. Oops. Come on. Alright, good enough. Little moonwalk. Oops. Come on. There we go. Get out of my way. That one's not too bad either. The next one's annoying though. In a couple of the huts you have to get all the coins, and this is one of them. Gonna grab that. I don't need that super happy fruit because they conveniently give me one right here. And I can just kill all those guys. And these coin shots are pretty tough. Alright. Alright. Make a few eggs while I'm falling. This is the hut that I really rerouted the level for, because there's a Kuma strategy here. That saves only a couple of seconds, but it looks a lot cooler, so. That. Come on. Come on. Okay. And we get the last melon. There we go. So the melon was inside the hut, but I ground pounded to break the bubble because I was super happy, and then I used Yoshi's extra long tongue in order to eat through the ceiling of the hut and grab the melon. This is another get all the coins hut. And the final hut. Missed a coin there, I'll just get it later. It's more important to stay on this cycle because the enemy movement is something that I need to be correct. Alright. And now on to 5-3. This level is called Shy Guy Limbo. It's a very cute level because you see Shy Guys in like little hula skirts and they're playing Limbo. But at the beginning of the level, there's this Lakitu who, he drops these spiked balls at you. And that part, like, that's really nothing, but the thing is, this is maybe like probably a 1 in 8 chance of him dropping a melon. And it's completely random. And he drops 5 melons in total. And so I have to wait for him to drop 5 melons. And while this game normally doesn't have bad randomness at all, this is the one level where it can be pretty severe and waste a good deal of time. If at a certain point he hasn't yet given me 5 melons, then I'm just going to move on and come back to the beginning later on. So we'll see what happens. One, two. No. Alright. In this case, since that happened, that counts toward his count of 5 melons. And so I'm intentionally skipping him. Because when I come back later, he's going to reload his melon count. And that melon will come back. Hopefully, anyway. After this minigame, I'm going to quickly check to make sure he hasn't permanently despawned, because if that's the case, then I'm going to have to start the level over.
So why don't you always go for super happy?
I just don't always need it. Let me see. Alright. I think he's gone permanently. Oh, god damn it. He's not.
Oh.
Oh well. That doesn't really matter because now instead of starting the level over, I can keep my melons. And we won't let that waste us much time. So, and as a bonus, instead of coming back later, I can just do this again now. So, like, it did still waste a pretty substantial amount of time, but it's worse things could happen. And now I get to be Red Yoshi. And as another interesting bonus, he's going to give me, once again, 5 melons. Which is funny because he already gave me some. So, well, he gave me 3. There's 4. And so, this is the only level where you can get more, there are more than 30 melons in total because he just reloads his melons. And so, I can technically take advantage of that and now skip annoying melons later in the level. Like that one, which I'm clearly not going to get. Alright. That was scary. But we're back on track, so that's good. Grab like 1 extra egg here. Air bounce. That apple. That apple has screwed me over before. There was one run where I was on that last melon, and I went to lick it, and my tongue hit the apple instead, and as the apple was pulling into my mouth, one of those limbo shy guys ran into me and hurt me and knocked the apple away, and ended up saving the run. But anyway, this brings us to the last level of the run, 6-4. There's a really important trick at the end of this level that saves me over a minute of time if I do it properly. The one annoying thing is, I have to go in this door first. There's one melon in here. That just, I have to waste a good 30 seconds to get this melon. It's really annoying. It's not even interesting. It's just like, okay, you grab the melon, and then you leave. The next part's interesting, though. Okay, a lot of this level is kind of just tricky platforming. It is definitely the hardest World 6 level.
So if you're just joining us, this is the Awesome Games Done Quick bonus stream. Right now, this is Yoshi's Story, being run by Dan Salvato. Up next, we have Final Fantasy III No Jobs Glitch run by Duckfist. That'll be another entertaining run to watch.
This next room is very annoying. It's another box pushing room. But it's not just box pushing because there are those giant like clown balls bouncing around. Alright, no more box pushing. Let's move on. If I tongue jump, I can get through that pipe faster, because instead of fluttering up into it, I just hit tongue a couple times and it gets me high enough to go through there. Alright. Yoshi's his crawl is really difficult to do while maintaining your speed. So you're gonna see me get hurt by a couple of these saw blades as I try to do that. Also, this is the trick I was talking about that saves over a minute. Let me just see if I can do it real quick. Crap. Oh, I got it. Okay. So that's normally an auto-scroller. As you can see, they kind of sandwich you between those flames. But if I egg jump out of that pit, which again, you're not really supposed to be able to jump out of that pit, but by throwing eggs and jumping, I can gain more height than I'm supposed to. Once they scroll off screen, they despawn permanently, and so now I can just run my way through the auto-scroller, and it saves a lot of time. Oops. Come on. Alright, final Bowser fight, and time will be when the second score screen fades out. Okay. Not yet, not yet. Alright, when this fades out. And time.
150, 155.
That's really good. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Again, my record is 150.06. And even then, the game can probably be optimized to 145. There's so much room for mistakes in this game. It's really, really hard to execute it flawlessly, believe it or not. So, but anyway, why don't we get ready for the next run? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of this, then please don't forget to follow me, twitch.tv/DanSalvato. And thank you to my miniature audience here, especially you who stayed the whole time. All right, thanks everybody.
So while we get set up for the next game, we're gonna go to a quick commercial. Dan, you forgot to do your peace sign.
I know.
Yes.
You got one last chance.
Pull up some chairs to.
Which camera's on?
Both of them, but you can do it for this one.
Both on the day. Oh wait, I have to.
You have to.
Apparently, that's the thing.
So the next one chair. Just reset about 5,000 times. Yeah, so there's a 33% chance I have to reset about 30 seconds into the round. So that's the consistent rule. Have to. That's like my favorite. Need to get that insert arm.
I had played that one for so long. I never beat it, but it's like playing it.
So as we mentioned, this is still the Awesome Games Done Quick bonus stream. We are still accepting donations for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Although I don't know if we have any challenges still going on for a bonus stream, but you can still give out of the kindness of your heart. We have hit the $1 million mark, as we did so during the Chrono Trigger run of the main marathon. But we could keep on pushing it further.
No, dude, that's smart design. Remember? Oh, yeah, smart design.
I guess I'm not smart.
So right now we are setting up for Final Fantasy III, No Jobs Glitch run by Duckfist. This is Final Fantasy III on the Famicom or NES, not the American Final Fantasy VI that turned out to be, or Final Fantasy III that turned out to be Final Fantasy VI.
We can plug something in and see what turns on.
And if you are enjoying our bonus stream so far, we have a lot of cool stuff coming up. After this, the Englishman will be running Papo Yo, followed by a Sonic Ball Race by T-Rex and Railcoon, after which Mofat will be running Jet Rocket.
Yeah. Okay, so it is an original Final Fantasy III cart, but I sent it off to get a patch, so this will be on the English translation, the famous 1999 one. It'll let you know in the intro credits that it's a translation model. So
When you say famous,
You'll see. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the famous part is.
well, it was the first translation out there. It was one of the earlier big translation projects. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna crank this a little bit because it's great music.
I think about practicing.
All right. Cool. Well, boys have come into the picture. What's up?